Hello folks and welcome along to IRC eSports here. We're in season 16, round 4, and we're going to be having something a little different here in Abu Dhabi this weekend. We're going to be having a 5-lap reverse championship order race first of all, where the points are going to be from 20 points for first all the way down to 1 point for the last place, I think. I'm unsure about that, but yeah, I need to just check that. But looking on right now, we quick look at the order of the standings right now. Jetfish on 77 points. Then we've got Alan McLaren on 59. On 49 is his teammate Goddard. In third and fourth is Temps on 40. Then we've got Roscoe on 32. Bill and Matt on 24, tying with Timmy for 6th place. Steve Penny is on 20 points in 8th. Then we've got Scenario on 18, tying with Asdog for that 9th place. Then we've got Mystery and Blue Panda tying for that 11th place on 14 points. On 12 points is Reese in 13th. Kaizen on 10 points in 14th. Then we've got Physical on 5 points in 15th. Then we've got Double Cream Cat, Teen Wolf, Spanner Ape, Godzilla Jr. and Sammy all on 0 points at the moment. So now we're going to be getting ready to get underway here. Forgot to have a look at the constructor standings. So 108 for McLaren in first place. Then we've got Haas on 77 points. And we'll get back to that in a few moments. We've got the lights going now, and we've got 5 red lights. And we're away for the start of this 5-lapper. We've got a couple of drivers already making jump starts. We'll have a quick look and see how many that is. We've got 3 drivers there doing jump starts. Godzilla Jr. managing to get a great start there and moving away, still managing to keep that lead. Spanner Ape up a place. We're seeing a few drivers actually dropping down now. Like seeing Al up 10 places already. Absolutely stellar start from him. And now into 8th place. We're seeing battling just going on between the RB of Physical there and the Aston Martin of Asdog. You see Physical. Is Physical even here? Nope, I don't think they are. Moving further up, here we go. We're seeing that Ferrari going for that dive bomb. That was, who was that? Was that Kaizen there going for it? No, that was Adonis actually going for the move, but unfortunately did not pay off. Also, looking on at them right now, sitting 2nd place in the standings right now and is already up into 4th position. Amazing start. Teen Wolf getting a 3-second time penalty for gaining a place and off the track, so not very fair there. Al is absolutely going for it right now, up into 3rd place. He's just got Spanner Ape and Godzilla Jr. to go. We'll go further down for a 2nd and seeing RB of Physical go right into the wall. I'm unsure why he's ghosting. Timmy has left the session there, and we're seeing that RB jumping into the pits. Now we're looking on at Temps and Asdog going side by side down to the turn 1, and Asdog's on the inside. We've got the Red Bull on the outside. Red Bull is actually off the track there, and I'm unsure how that's going to go, who was ahead at the apex there, but Asdog still down in 7th place. We're going to see a dive here from I think that's Adonis on Kaizen, and there we go. We're seeing 4 of them going 4 wide there, and we've got the Red Bull of Temps there trying to have a look up the inside. Kaizen getting past Spanner Ape into that 2nd place, and you see them, they're all going in there in pairs there and just going for it, not caring and trying to get in. And we see a big collision there, and Godzilla Jr. is out of this Grand Prix after going into the wall. I'm unsure who that was with. I think that was with Steve Penny there. I'll have a wee quick look back in just a moment. There we go. We've seen Asdog and Jetfish battling out. It was Asdog that's got no front wing right now, so he's going to be losing a lot of places over these next few laps. Moving up, Spanner Ape and Adonis battling it out here. We've got Kaizen just right behind, looking on at that sister Ferrari sitting in 2nd place. Al not managing to create a big gap right now. The gap is only sitting at just under half a second. Coming in and out, Jetfish now getting past Temps there, up into 8th place, our championship leader. Now he's got a 2.2 second gap to cut down in order to get up to Mystery there in the Alpine. Looking on now, Goddard though, making that dive around the outside and makes that move stick. Absolutely spectacular move there. Going down into turn 5 there. Now all the way down here, using that DRS, and Al actually being overtaken by Adonis, going into turn 7 there. And these guys here are just going for it. They're leaving it all on the track here. 5 laps, of course, everyone is going to be going for it. And seeing there, the Alpine of Mystery up 2 places there, past Blue Panda and Goddard's there. Kaizen and Al there battling it out, and Al now sitting in 3rd place. Kaizen being really daring there and going for that move there down that place where we wouldn't normally see overtaken, still attempting it. But now we're going on to the penultimate lap now, and not long to go. We've got 2 more goes at turn 1. And we'll see Jetfish putting in the fastest lap of 125.311. And seeing these guys are just going all out, having this little reverse championship order is actually, we'll say, quite different. And I've never really seen it before in league racing, so it's absolutely spectacular to see it, and having a little bit of extra entertainment. Bluefish now just been overtaken by Blue Panda, sorry, being overtaken by Jetfish there. And looking further up, we're seeing Mystery and Spanner Ape going side by side, going down at the end of this, braking hard now. Looks like Mystery is now up into 4th place. Now pushing on, we can see the 2 Ferraris battling out side by side here. Who is going to be the one in the lead here? They're both got that DRS. Kaizen's on the outside, Adonis is on the inside. Now is Kaizen going to do that switch back there? I think he's going to get it. Nope, not, unfortunately. And has to yield the position and sell back into 3rd place. He's only going to have 1 more lap to get this overtake done and to get up and have any chance of winning this Grand Prix. Oh, going a little off track there, not very good. Looking on from this beautiful helicopter shot there, seeing the cars navigating turn 1, and we see Al is actually starting to make a gap. Is he going to be able to get out of that 1 second range before the DRS detection point? Nope. So now there's still going to be DRS all the way down to 7th place, to 6th place, sorry. My Jesus. Bilton Matt and Stephen Penny battling it out there. Who's going to be having that DRS though? This is a battle for 10th position, and it looks like Steve Penny's managed to get that DRS and stay ahead. Nicely done. Goddard's going for the move, going for 5th place, decides to back out of it, not getting enough momentum. Looking on at Al though right now, started in 18th place, is now up into 1st, and is looking on at that win. We're just on board with his teammate there of Goddard's, who's down in 5th right now. Are we going to see any drivers? Oh! Is that Haas going to take full advantage there? Yes, he does. Jetfish up into the podium positions. Spectacular there. And across the line comes Al in that McLaren to get the 1st place in this 5-lap sprint. We've also got another sprint to come in about 20 minutes time after the sprint qualifying. Looking on, Ferraris unfortunately not getting that double podium that they would have aspired to want anyway, that they, you know what I mean, that they managed to get. But yeah, unfortunately for that, looking on, we've just seen a few of the drivers coming across the line now. Seen Roscoe getting a penalty there. That was a 2-second penalty, and Team Wolf actually got a 3-second time penalty Two 3-second time penalties, it looks like, and a couple of drivers also got drive-through penalties, unfortunately. So that was a bit of a hinder. But looking on right now, we're just waiting for Team Wolf, and there we go. They have crossed the line. There we go, folks. That is the end of the 5-lap race there. There we go, out on the podium there with Adonis and Jetfish. Jetfish getting the fastest lap of the race, finishing just 1 second shy of first place there. So we've seen Al getting the win, then Adonis and Jetfish in third. We got Kaizen in fourth. Unfortunately, that little miss up 3 corners from the end ended up losing him that position, and Jetfish managing to get up into third there. Kaizen in fourth, Mystery fifth, Goddard sixth, Spanner in seventh. Unfortunately, not having the best race, down from third. Then we had 10th Shadow up from 16th. Blue Panda 9th, then we had 10th was Bilton Matt, Steve Penny 11th, and we had that's Reese, Fiesicle, Double Cream Cat, Timmy, and Roscoe Asdog, and Teen Wolf. Godzilla Jr. unfortunately did not finish the Grand Prix, so now I think we're just going to be going back to the lobby right now, and we'll be getting ready to get underway for the sprint qualifying in just a few moments. Hello folks and welcome back. We're going to be doing the short sprint qualifying, so we're going to have 18 minutes of these guys running around the track. Well, not running, but racing around the track, and then it's going to determine the positions for the sprint race, which is just about to come up in about... Oh, sorry, it's 12 minutes, my mistake. I forgot it's sprint qualifying. In the main qualifying is 18 minutes, but right now we're just going to be waiting for these drivers to get their setups all on. We're seeing Goddard's and Spanner Ape on the mediums, and we're going to see possibly more on the mediums as it goes on for the next few moments. We've seen the McLaren coming out. I think is that Goddard's coming out. Yep, Goddard's is going to be the first driver out on track, so we'll just sit on board with them as they do their lap. Just coming out of the pit lane. A really unique pit lane, only one like it on the calendar, where it goes right under the racetrack. And of course, with this pit lane, it's only about a 20-second deficit to your time, so it's not too much of a loss, but then again, under safety car conditions, it is 13 seconds. The tyre we're using here right now is the soft C5, the medium C4 and the hard C3. We've got 16 corners here, 5.281 kilometres, 3.281 miles, and the DRS, we've got 2 DRS zones. We're going to have 10 laps in the sprint, and then we're going to have 29 laps in the main race. I'm just watching Goddard's right now. Watching them navigate this track and coming down into turn 12 there. Got 13 and 14 going under that hotel section. Now into the penultimate corner, taking that flat out little break there and taking it nice and easy, going through the final corner. Now we'll stay on board and watching. We'll just keep the deltas up there around turn 1, using that track quite nicely there, just kissing that curb on the inside at turn 2, being careful with the curb on turn 3 and down 4 into 5. He's got a car in the way. Maybe going to be able to get a little bit of a toe there. Missing the apex completely there, but going out wide to try and open up the corner as much as possible. Now all the way down, trying to get as much of a slipstream as possible from this large distance, going as straight line as much as possible down into turn 6 and 7 here. Again on the power a little too early there, coming through 6. Now DRS is going to be wide open again. Looking back and seeing that rear wing of the McLaren wide open like the jaws of a shark. Now down into turn 9. Now he's got that Mercedes in the way. That Mercedes is going to have to get right out of the way. And who is that in that Mercedes? Because they are holding them right up. That is not on. Is that Blue Panda? Or that was Teen Wolf in the way there. That is not going to be on. And I think there's maybe a steward's inquiry about that. Goddard's 124.917. That could have most certainly been a 23 there, I would say, if he wasn't held up there in the final sector. Now having a look who is going to be next up. Oh, we've got Mystery on an outlap right now. Got Asdog just coming into the final sector. Well, halfway through this final sector, my mistake. Temps putting in a 123.545, goes up to the top of the stand, top of the order right now. And on that provisional pole for the race, the sprint race, my mistake. And Asdog just invalidates coming out the last corner, and that messes up another lap if he was going to go and do a second lap. Unfortunately, that kind of buggers that out the window. Bicycle just coming up to turn 9 now on medium yellow-walled Pirellis. We've got 7 minutes left on the clock, or just over 7 minutes. Bicycle into turn 12 and 13 now. Then we'll go around 14. We've seen him crash a little and bump the barrier in the 5-lap race just there. Not using up as much of the track on the exit, but still manages to put it in a 5th place of 125.732. Going further down, we'll see Mystery, another driver who's just coming across the line. There goes 4th in that Alpine, 125.135. Nicely done there. Let's see who's going to be next. We've got Double Cream Cat. Not doing the best in the 5-lapper there. I think it was them that ended up getting a drive-through. Now going down into turn 5. We'll see how this driver's going to do as they're coming down the straight all the way down to turn 6. You're on this straight for roughly around 10 seconds as they come down and start braking just after that 150 metre board. Now around 6 and 7, being careful on the traction out of 7, as it could, with it being slightly off camber, you can end up the rear overtaking the front of the car. Now into turn 9. Of course, there's been a new section of the track, well, new-ish, we'll say, after it being the triple chicane there before. We'll say I did kind of enjoy that. That was a little bit of fun, just jumping right over all the curbs in a straight line. But yeah, it's better for overtaking and such now. Double Cream Cat though coming around the penultimate corner into the final corner, just kissing that apex there and using the track as much as possible on the exit, up to 8th place, so 126.481. Still got quite a way to go if they're wanting to get up into the top 5. Now let's see who else we've got. We've got Kaizen. We end up seeing them get a decent result. P4 in the 5 laps race just there. Unfortunately, did end up making a little bit of an error coming out of turn 13 and ended up getting their getting overtaken by the Haas. And talking about the Haas, there it is, the Jetfish. 123.196 goes on the provisional pole for the sprint race. Now watching Kaizen in that Ferrari coming around the final couple of corners and is going to cross the line. What time are they going to be able to put in? It goes 4th, 124.031. Only 4 thousandths of a second between Al in the McLaren and the Ferrari of Kaizen. We're going to be going further down. Temps Shadow is actually retired from this Grand Prix. And they've actually retired on the track. That is naughty. And Blue Panda's had a disconnect there. That is a bit of a downer there. But now we've got yellow flags all over the end of sector 3, and we've got a driver just coming into the pits now. And that was, I think that was, I'm unsure who that was there. It was RB there, but they ended up jumping into the pits, not being, I think it may have been them with that yellow flag. Dalton Matt 11th with a 125.796. Not too far off a bicycle in that RB in 10th position. Let's see who's going to be up next. It's going to be Spannerape in that green Silver. We'll say, do like the new look of the Silver this year. Now going P13, 126.821. Who is going to be up next? We've got Adonis, the other Ferrari. We've seen Kaizen get a 124.031. Is Adonis going to do any better? Coming to the line, a 130.182, so they must have made an error on that lap, and they're wanting to do it again. We've got Steve Perry. Has Steve Perry got damaged there, or is that just the colour of the car there? No, always good there. I thought he had front wing damage and that was disappeared, but not on a lap just yet. I think they're going possibly for another lap. Let's see, as Steve Penny comes across the line, they go into 13th, 126.596. But of course, that is not going to be the final time that they're going to be setting. They're going on another lap right now. We've only got 90 seconds, just over 90 seconds left on the clock. So that's just enough time for everyone to get out and do a lap. Some of these drivers not going to be able to do that, like Bilton Matt, Fizico, Double Cream Cat, Asdog, Owl, Jetfish, and Teen Wolf. They're all deciding to stay in right now. Right now, we're going to go down to Adonis, who has just used up all their battery on their qualifying lap, going for it right in, goes right behind their teammate by, how close is that actually? It doesn't say. 24 thousandths of a second there. Jeezy peeps, that is quite close there between both of the Ferraris there. Who is going to be up next? We've got Spanner Ape on a lap right now, looking on at Steve Penny, who's going to be the next driver to cross the line. I think, unless that is Godzilla, I think, is it? That's just coming across the line to start their two. It was going to be Spanner Ape up next. Coming under that hotel section at turn 12 and 13. 13 and 14 there, sorry. Now around the final two corners of 15 and 16 to the line. Are they going to be any better than 126.414? Nope. They're down on their time by 7/100ths of a second. Their teammate in that other green Sauber, Reese, gets that little bit of a jumpy tail there at the final corner. Only good enough for 16th place. And who is going to be up next? It's going to be Adonis, I think that was there, 124.055. Steve Penny has done so as Goddard's Mystery is still on a lap. We've got Roscoe coming to the line at 125.399. Improves, goes 124.926. Who is next? I think is a Godzilla Jr. just coming under that hotel section now. Now only got two corners to go. And they're going to beat their time of 128.649. The next time is a 126.924 to the next driver ahead. Oh, not good enough to move up any places. I'm seeing was that Asdog there, I think, that just came across the line. Nope, it was Mystery. Mystery putting in a 124.102, good enough for 6th place. And that is going to be the end of qualifying. Well, for the sprint anyway. We'll be having another qualifying session to determine the grid for the main race after we've done the sprint. So now we're just waiting for Steve Penny to get into the garage. Now we'll have it, folks. Jetfish getting that pole position for the sprint at 123.196. Almost 3.5 tenths there over Temps in second. Then we've got Al in third, Kaizen fourth, Adonis in fifth, Mystery sixth, seventh was Steve Penny, Asdog eighth, ninth Goddard, Roscoe in 10th, Blue Panda in 11th, Fizico in 12th, Bolton Matt in 13th, Spanner Ape 14th, then it was Double Cream Cat and Reese in 15th and 16th, and we've got Godzilla Jr. and Teen Wolf rounding out row 9. Now we're going to be moving on to a 10-lap sprint race that we're just about to go into in just a moment. Here we go. Blue Panda. Who's need to invite? Let me know quickly. Your mum? Let me know what your thingy is. Yep, Blue Panda, cool. Tried to invite you back, but unfortunately it isn't letting me right now. So I do apologise about that. We've had 2 people disqualified from the formation lap. That'll be Fysical and Goddard. Will not be particularly happy with each other. Of course, not having a chance to properly warm their tyres up. Right, so there we go, we've got the cars lining up back on the grid, and we're about to get underway for this sprint race. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 red lights. And we're away for the start of the Sprint Grand Prix here on IRC eSports. Oh, we've seen Jetfish manage to get a good start, but looking on, we've seen from Kaizen there, we've seen Temps and Al going side by side. Asdog up 2 places there. Nicely done there. Steve Penny and Mystery battling out side by side. We've got Goddard's having a wee look down that inside at turn 5. Now, oh, Goddard's managing to get that good line there and get up into 8th place. Now looking on as Goddard's going to be going for that move, going on to 7th place. He moves to the left hand side. He's going to have that inside line, and he's outbraked by that Alpine of Mystery. Moving further up, we've seen the Ferraris battling out with each other, and that ends up causing the Asdog to slip through past Kaizen. And we've seen this happen just last race there on the 5-lapper after Kaizen made an error and another driver ended up slipping up the inside. We've seen just there, I think that was Roscoe going a little off track, going into turn 9, and is now having a wee look and trying to see what opportunities he can do or get in order to get an advantage. Looking on now from Temps, going under the hotel section in turns 13 and 14, end up being overtaken by Al there, and Al up into 2nd place now after qualifying in 3rd. Jetfish, first one to cross the line in 1st place there. Now having a look further down, doesn't look like there's going to be any attempts going into turn 1. But is there going to be any going into turn 5? It looked like Adonis was close enough, but it's going to be waiting for that DRS. No point in risking it right away if you could get it done when the DRS is activating just after that. Now looking on, Goddard's now finally getting past Mystery there. We've seen the RB there of Fysical having a wee peek out and trying to see if he can make a move on Roscoe there in that Williams, but he's in a sandwich between the two Williams. And now Bilton Matt is going to be inside that turn 9. And is he going to manage to get it done, or is Physical going to be able to hold that outside line? And nope, it looks like the shorter line it does provide. And is now up into 10th place. Is Bilton Matt. Spectacular there. Using that DRS effectively there. Is now right behind his teammate, the Scotsman of Roscoe there. You see Al putting in the fastest lap time, is definitely chasing that top step of the podium. Now looking on, Physical battling back with Bilton Matt, and this is going to allow the Roscoe to pull away, but I think Bilton Matt's best option would be to just lift off that a little bit, and there we go. He's going to go for the dive, and now he's going to have that DRS advantage over Physical to be able to hold off from Physical, who's going to be just behind. And there we go, we see Bilton Matt's absolutely flying up the inside. Spanner 8 now, going past Steve Penny and Physical. Steve Penny still holding that inside line at turn 7. And unfortunately Spanner 8 gets the traction, and looking like Physical's going to be having a little move and going for the move into turn number 9 on his teammate. Is he going to be going for it? Nope. Doesn't look like he's having that little peek on the outside, on the inside of turn 9 there. Looking on though, these top 4 drivers are all still pretty close to each other, and Al up into first place right now. I did miss that there, unfortunately. Now looking on, Al still managing to hold out on that lead there. Kaizen fell right back from his teammate. He's about 2 seconds almost back, and he's under threat from the Aston Martin of Asdog. Is Steve Penny around? Steve Penny's round at turn 1. Any damage on that RB car there? I think there is. The right end plate there is disappeared. Yep, so they're going to end up having to make a pit stop in this sprint, or are they going to just carry on in order to save them tyres? I think it would be the best idea to probably save them tyres for the next race. But then again, you do get points for every position here, I think, you know. Actually, I think I might be getting mixed up with the sprint, the 5-lap race just there. But unfortunately, not being able to get it built in Matt, though, making it past the Alpine of Mystery there, and it's up into 9th place now. Nicely done from the Williams driver, but is that Alpine going for a move there? Going down, and yep, just as I suspected, there was contact, and Mystery is around. I would say that was a silly overtaking opportunity there, and I'm surprised he actually went for it, and now he's struggling to get back facing the right way. That Alpine driver there is not happy, got a broken front wing also. So, not being their day today. Bilton Matzel managed to walk away with no damage, and I think he would have been the victim in that part just there. All yous watching right now, welcome along. We're in the sprint race right now. And now, having a look, we're seeing Jetfish being overtaken yet again from Al. Now, is Jetfish going to be able to get this DRS and get back past and reclaim that first place, that top step? Now getting closer, but not managing to get close enough in order to make the launch. Kaizen and Asdog battling it out. Now Goddard's having that look around the outside of turn 9 and manages to get the move done. Godzilla Jr. has retired from this Grand Prix. Is there going to be a safety car? I'm unsure. We'll have a wee quick look and see if we could see. And it was going around the final, around turn 5, and the car's still moving, but I'm unsure what's happening. Mystery now going for the move on Steve Penny there after making that pit stop Oh, look, is it just them two? Yep, they two have made pit stops, so now Mystery back up. Mystery now in 16th place. See that yellow flag just flashing away there. And now it's disappeared, that's good down. So now we could get underway and racing. Bicycle there, getting a little bit wobbly coming through turn 3. And now Jetfish under. Is he going to be going for it here? 10 seconds time penalty for Team Wolf speeding in the pit line. That is not what you want in the sprint race. Effectively, that is their race ruined. Although, is Al going to be going for a move? Yep, moving out to the right hand side, going to have that outside line. A little bit of contact there from the Red Bull attempts. And now Al will be a little bit cautious of that Red Bull. Looking like it was adopting a little bit of a Verstappen-esque strategy there, but managing to keep it steady and still maintaining that position. Oh, and Adonis is round. Adonis is around under that hotel at turn 14. That is turn 13, sorry. And now he's down into 10th place. Moving up though past Spanner Ape. And I'm trying to see if Adonis has any damage to that front wing. Looking at it right now, nope, there isn't any damage. So managing to get away scot-free. He was just a little too eager on that throttle, I think, and just spun out. Temp Shadow though being overtaken by Jetfish, and Al is in the lead right now. Sorry folks, had to get a drink there. I've seen the two Williams going side by side, and there was Asdog there on the inside. Unfortunately, there was three of them there. Oh, Bolton Matt colliding with Roscoe there. That was not very nice there from Bolton Matt, and that ends up giving Roscoe a 3-second time penalty there. That is, yeah, that is a bit unfair there, I will say. I hope he's managing to get that 3-second taken off. I will say that's a bit unfair. This game does like to penalise you even though you're the one that's the victim. But yeah, I think that's a bit steep calling it the victim, but the one who ended up worse off there. But right now, is Roscoe going to be able to come back at his teammate? He's going to have that DRS. Oh, but wait there, right now, Jetfish going side by side with Al into turn 6. Al's got the inside line for turn 7, and they're going to be side by side still. Who's going to have that DRS? None of them. So now they're both under threat from Temps. Temps could go for it after. He's not going for it. That is actually unusual. I thought he was going to be going for that move. And seeing about getting past both of them there, as the both never got DRS. So looking on now, these three battling it out for that top step. They've all managed to save their batteries quite nicely and be careful on them. There we go, see the Ferrari of Kaizen and Goddard's in that McLaren just at the background there. Bolton Matt still got that place over his teammate, and they'll be hoping to get at least another few tenths away from Asdog, so the 3-second time penalty doesn't affect them. Looking on right now, Goddard's breathing down the neck of Kaizen in that Ferrari, and Goddard's actually goes off the track there a little, I think. And oh, Jetfish now getting passed by Al there. But right now we've got Kaizen and Goddard's now getting up into 4th place. Roscoe getting past his teammate there also, and Al is actually down. Al spun out, so now this is going to be time. Is Goddard's going to be able to catch up? He's going to possibly get within that DRS zone just in a few moments. Looking on now, this is going to definitely perk Goddard's up and to be able to go for that move and go and start pushing even more, because if he does get within that DRS, that could at least defend. You use that to defend against Kaizen just behind. So now the lead is going to be settled by Temps and Jetfish as we round on to the final lap of this sprint race Grand Prix. Jetfish is going to be the first person into turn 1 on the final lap. Will he be the first person to get around the final corner in just under 90 seconds? Well, about a minute now. Looking at Jetfish, he's going to be under attack from Temps in that Red Bull behind. But is Temps going to go for the move now, or is he going to wait till the next opportunity going into turn 9? It's going to be hard to tell. I think he's going to be staying behind. But now this is going to give him that opportunity to be able to use that DRS right now and get past, going up into turn 9. Which way is he looking? He's going to the outside line. Is that Haas going to cover off? It's going to be the quicker line, but he's going to whiz it down the inside. But of course, on the exit of the corner, the inside has that better line. So Temps, unfortunately, not being able to get the move done. Is he going to get it done at any stage here? As we're around the final half of Sector 3. Only got 2 more corners to go. Coming into turn 15 and 16. Temps still behind, not being able to get that overtake done. And now Jetfish comes across the line to win the Sprint Grand Prix. Temps in 2nd place. Then we had Al coming home in 3rd. Unfortunately spinning out at turn 7 prior. So not very good there. Goddard's finishing right behind him, his teammate there. Then we had Kaizen and Bilton Matt. Then we had Asdog and Roscoe after getting that 3-second time penalty. Then we had Reese in 9th, Fiesicle in 10th, closely followed by Adonis there by just over a 10th. Double Cream Cat in 12th. 13th, we've got Spanner 8th right now, but that could all change in just a couple of corners here on board with them right now. Spanner 8, oh, Spanner 8 goes wide. Steve Penny has retired from this Grand Prix. We'll go further back and see whereabouts that was. That was coming out of turn 14, sorry, I think. And yeah, they've unfortunately DNF'd on the last lap. So, where was it? Was it coming out of turn 14? We should know as soon as Team Wolf passes Steve Penny's, how far they got. And yep, it was on the exit of turn 14, just lost control of that RB car and ended up in the wall. So now that is the end of the sprint race. Now we're going to be moving on to qualifying in a few moments, but first off, we're going to be giving a little rundown. Well, not getting the driver there for the sprint race. Looking on right now, Jetfish getting that win there, and Temps was 2nd, then we had 3rd was Al, all starting and finishing in their respective places that they qualified in. Goddard's in 4th, Kaizen 5th, and we had Bilton Matt up from 13th to finish 6th. 7th was Asdog Roscoe getting a 3-second time penalty, bumped him down to 8th. Then we had Reese Fiesicle in 10th, Adonis 11th, Double Cream Cat up 3 places from 12th, and we had Mystery in 13th, 14th for Spanner 8, Blue Panda unfortunately not here, finished 15th, Teen Wolf 16th, and then we had unfortunately, then we had Steve Penny crash on the last lap, and Godzilla Jr. unfortunately end up out of this Grand Prix. But now we've got a short qualifying session, 18 minutes, 18 drivers, and this, well, 17 if 18 if Blue Panda's going to be able to get back in. I'm unsure. I'll try and find out. Just give me a short moment, folks. I'll just be a moment, folks. I'll stay on board with Spanner Ape right now, as they're on the on the soft tyres doing their lap. They're going to be the first one to set a lap, so just stay on board with them for now. So sorry about that there, folks. Just had something come up just there. Just seen Spanner Ape get a time of 126.393 and Teen Wolf get a time of a 128.274. We'll go Double Cream Cat 126.854, but if we're going off of these times, there's a little bit off of what the order was just earlier on. The times weren't as they were a bit quicker than that by a good couple of seconds, unfortunately, so we could possibly see that time come down quite a bit by drivers such as Jetfish, Al, Temps. They could all be right up there, but we've seen other drivers get up, and Steve Penny, into the wall, and actually think to damage that front wing there. Yep, we see that front wing of that RB, and wait a minute, did I just see rain? Or am I just tripping? Someone in the comments or in the chat, please let me know. Right, so right now, seeing how the McLaren driver's going to do. They've done quite well in the race and qualifying before. Kaizen getting the fastest up, but right now Temps just coming around the final couple of corners there. We've got the two Ferraris right next to each other on first and second. Temps, is they going to beat that 123.694 by almost a second quicker there than the Ferraris there. Now we've got Al in that McLaren, came third in that sprint just there, won the 5-lapper, and now crosses the line, goes P2, 124.108. Who is going to be up next? Who's that off track? That's Adonis. Oh, Adonis actually must have spun out at turn 3, and they better be careful as they may get I'm not unsure what's happening with them. Bilt and Matzo starting the lap. We've got Bicycle just coming down into turn 9 though. Let's see how the RP driver's going to be doing in a few moments. Now around turn 9, this long 180 degree, actually over 180 degree left hand U-turn. Now into turns 12, 13 now, into 14. There we go, see him rounding the corner around 14 into 15. Now the final corner here, you've got to get this right. And he gets it right to the line, goes fifth, a 125.572, still way off the times up ahead, sitting 6/10 off of Adonis in 4th place right now. Bilt and Matt now just coming under the hotel section right now of 13 and 14. Now just 2 more corners to go. Final corner. Let's see where Bilt and Matt is going to end up. It's going to be a 125.581. It's good enough for 6th place. Still way off the drivers ahead, unfortunately. Jetfish is out, and we see now get the win. Just the last time out there. Across the line goes pole. Takes that professional pole position right now, 123.467. If you'd done that 11 thousandths quicker, that would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But let's see who's going to be up next. I think it's going to be Roscoe, where there's Mercedes on right now. That looks like it's Blue Panda managed to get back in the yep, nicely done there. Blue Panda back in the lobby and back in their seat. we've got Roscoe coming around turn 10 and 11 into 12. Under the hotels section of 13 and 14, using that track out wide. Nope, keeping it in quite tight there, unlike the McLaren of Goddard's we just seen there. Around the final corner, what time is he going to be able to put on the board? It's going to be at 124.635. Next we've got Goddard's. Goddard's goes quicker at 124.231. That puts him up into 4th place. What other drivers have still got to set times? Looking on board with Mystery in that Alpine right now, just coming around the final few corners. Just got 2 more left to go now, and keeping it foot flat to the floor. It could be easily done there at turn 15. Foot flat to the floor, using up as much of that carpet as possible. Across the line goes P4, splits both the McLarens there, and goes and puts in a 124.230, 1,000ths of a second quicker than Goddard's. Oh my god, just managed to get that 4th place by the slimmest of margins, by the drop of water. Just incredible. Asdog puts it 3rd, 124.056. Who's it? We've got Reese and Steve Penny on a lap, so we're going to be waiting for them. Bilton Matt is on a lap right now, just coming around to the final couple of corners. What time is the Williams going to be putting on the board? They've got a 125.5812 beat, and there we go, 124.878. Puts them up into 9th place, just about 2.5 tenths off of his teammate of Roscoe. So you see at turn 9, Steve Penny not far behind. Just waiting for them to get nearer and finish their lap. Look, Asdog not on a lap. Mystery into the pits, same with Bilton Matt not on a lap. So right now it's going to be Reese coming across the line. Oh, nearly going real wide at that final corner. Goes P14. Godzilla Jr. just starting a lap, and we've got Steve Penny around at turn 14. That's going to ruin his chances right now. And is he going to jump into the pits or just finish this lap? Nope, jumping into the pits, and he'll be getting a fresh set of mediums on. Fresh set of tyres on, sorry, and just ends up blowing that and messes up that front wing. He's going to need to get a replacement there. The mechanics will not be happy about that. Godzilla Jr., only other driver to set a lap. Let's see what they're going to do as they're coming down into turn 6 and 7. The little left-right chicane. Now DRS wide open all the way down into turn 9. Navigates turn 9 quite nicely. It doesn't extend out as much as was possible. And unfortunately Blue Panda has disconnected again. Unfortunately, I am unable to invite, so yeah, it's a bit of a tough one right there. Godzilla putting in a time of 126.944. What I'll do is, if you give me just a moment, I'll pause the stream and I'll go and try and get Blue Panda back in and try and send him a few invites. Give me just one moment, folks. There we go. I do apologise about that, folks. I've just went and managed to get Blue Panda back in, I think. I'm just going to be waiting for him to get back in properly. Well, I managed to send him an invite, so just let me know in the chat if you managed to get in and get back into your seat. I think I managed to figure it out. I just needed to send him a friend request, and then I was able to invite him back. Looking on, where is Kaizen? Kaizen's, there we go, Blue Panda is back. Kaizen on the run down to turn number 6. I'm really trying to see where some drivers are. Godzilla just starting their lap. Steve Penny just coming around to start their lap. Double cream cut not long out the pit, same with Physical. Kaizen on the run down to turn 9, trying to see who else is actually on a lap right now. And it looks like the first one is going to be Kaizen in that Ferrari. I do apologise, they're jumping back and forth. And Blue Panda has left again. If you could hear me, Blue Panda sent the invite should be still there that you should be able to use. If you have to, it may be worth it to maybe just retire the car in the race if you're having this much connection issues. I'm afraid these things do happen. I've had to do it myself, unfortunately. But Kaizen goes third at 123.976. Just under a tenth quicker than Asdog. Oh, we've seen a little bit of a traffic jam with cars coming out of the pits there. Now we'll look further down and see how Godzilla Jr.'s doing. They've invalidated their lap. Steve Penny just coming up to turn 9 now. Who else is going to be up next? Temps has invalidated their lap. Al coming around the hotel section. Turns 13 and 14 now into the penultimate corner. Going into the final corner on them C5. Soft tyres puts it into third place at 123.752. Not too far off the top leaders right now. And we'll have a wee look. We've got Physical on a lap, double cream cat, and we've got Steve Penny. We'll stay with Steve Penny right now. Ooh, getting all out of shape there. And they managed to put in a 126.967. They're going to be way off, and they're going to be starting down at 17th if they can't get a good lap in. Oh, and into the wall, and so's Al. Al there ended up doing a carbon copy coming out of turn 4, and both of them have just went into the wall. Was there any contact or any dodging involved? I'm unsure. I'm trying to have a wee look back. No, I'm just riding with Steve Penny there. And Steve just went into the wall, and somehow Al ended up going in alongside. So I'm unsure of what happened there with Al and why he ended up going into the wall. That was a bit unusual. Let's see who is going to be the next driver up. I'm trying to find out. It's going to be Temps. Temps goes pole with that 123.463. Takes that provisional pole for now. We could see that all change. We're trying to see who is going to be the next driver up. Who is it going to be? That's the mystery right now. It's going to be Bolton Matt, who's just coming around turn 14 there into turns 15 and now the final corner of turn 16. Sitting in 10th with 124.878. Are they going to improve? They do, but not enough to improve their position. Goddard's comes across the line and was at 123.842. It's only good enough for 4th place right now. Mystery across the line goes 4th to 123.834. These times are getting quite close up the top. Roscoe coming across the line, and that Williams improves, but not enough. And then we've got Reese comes across and improves, goes up 2 places, 1.2 seconds quicker, and that was only good enough for 2 places. So, yeah, that is going to be the end of my mistake. This is just buckering up there, but yeah, that is the end of qualifying, folks, and we'll be getting ready to move on to a 29 lap race in just a few moments. But first, we're going to have a wee rundown of how the order went in this final qualifying session before the main race. Of course, we've seen there Temps Shadow getting the fastest lap and getting that pole position, 123.463. 4 thousandths of a second was Jetfish in second place. Then we had Al in third. Fourth was Mystery. Then we had Goddard's fifth. Sixth was Kaizen. Asdog seventh. Then we had Roscoe and Fisaco in eighth and ninth. Bolton Matt in 10th. Then we had Adonis Jr. and Blue Panda in 11th and 12th. 13th and 14th was Reese and Spanner Ape. Then we had Double Cream Cat, Godzilla Jr., Steve Penny, and Teen Wolf rounding out 15th, 16th, 17th and 18th. And breathe. Jeezy peeps. Let's have a wee look at the tyre strategy. It's going to be mostly medium and hard split. There we go, we see it. We've got 5 drivers on the hard tyres. Everyone else is on the mediums. We've seen Goddard and Kaizen, Temps, Adonis and Double Cream Cat all decide to start on them hard compound tyres. Blue Panda, unfortunately, coming back out and not being able to stay in the session. I'll try and invite him real quick just once more if he needs one, just to make sure. So just going to do that right quick now. There we go, simple as that. And we'll see if he's going to be able to join back and get back into his car. Bolton Matt and Reese being disqualified for making contact, I'm going to assume. It's quite strange how there are a couple of places between each other. Adonis, though, spinning out on the warm-up lap. That is, that's not what you want to be doing before the race, especially just then. Because we're going to see how his rear tyres are. He's going to have to be careful not to be overheating them. Just take it easy. Of course, they are hard tyres, so they're meant to operate at a higher temperature. There we go, we see Jetfish pointing right over to the right hand side to try and cover off Temps, and there we go, he's managed to do it, get that launch up, and Temps gets a terrible launch, is now under threat from Al there just on the inside. Sorry about that, folks, ended up sneezing there. And having a look at position changes, Asdog up 2 places, same with Fisaco, who's dropped right down. Kaizen has dropped down 3 places, and it could be 4, as Belton Matt is looking to make a move, and so is his teammate of Adonis, making up 2 places there. And who's going to be later on the brakes? Adonis is going to have that inside line for 6, but inside line for 7 for Belton Matt, but he gets squeezed out, and Kaizen ended up getting damaged there? Nope, fortunately enough, managing to walk away without any damage, well, drive away, but now Reese looking like he's going to be having to move on the outside going into turn 9, but nope, Kaizen manages to cover him off and just give him that a little bit of a squeeze there. Maybe not right up to the... maybe not giving him the adequate room that he needed. Now let's see further up. Jetfish is away in the lead yet again, managing to do quite a commanding performance from the start of the season, sitting on 107 points, and of course has just improved that in the previous 2 races just there, managing to finish with a good result in both third and 5 lap. And who is that? Was that? I really do apologise, folks. I'm kind of stuffy right now after just sneezing right at the perfect time as the drivers were... Oh! You've seen Godzilla there making contact with... who was that? Double Cream Cat. And now Double Cream Cat is down 3 places there from that little bit of contact there. Steve Penny looking to make a move. Oh, Blue Panda actually making a move. And now still within this... Oh, seen Ferrari there getting past Belton Matt there. Is Belton Matt going to have an answer for this? He's not, because he's not got that advantage of the DRS. He's not going to be able to get any help. Now he's going to be under threat from Reese, just behind, isn't that Silva? But both the Ferraris there of Kaizen and Adonis moving up into 7th, 9th and 10th. Jeezy peeps there. Getting all muddled up there. Goddard's there, sitting in P6. Anybody who's watching right now, welcome along. Temps getting the fastest lap there, 126.727. Doing nicely there. Did lose 3 places from the start, but is now looking to try and get them back, as he's looks like a man on a mission right now. Now the DRS is going to be enabled again this lap. Looking on at Al. Is he going to move out to the side and go for that move on Jetfish? Yes, he is. He's going to have that inside line going into turn 6. And later on the brakes, using that DRS to full effect. And he manages to get that move done and move up into first place. But he's going to be under threat from Jetfish just behind in that Haas. Now going to have that DRS. The DRS switcheroo is going to be ensuing here. It's one of the only tracks that you could happen on. But Al has that inside line, keeping it nice and tight. Jetfish having to go the longer way round. Doesn't manage to get the move. Excellent defending there from the McLaren driver, after being the one at a disadvantage there without the DRS there. And Belton Matt has actually managed to get past, and the Ferraris are now down into 10th and 12th right now. Roscoe and Belton Matt both managing to get past there, it seems. Everybody who's watching, feel free to leave a like, possibly if you want to throw a little comment in. If you've not subscribed already, it would be much appreciated. If not, it's okay, you don't have to. But right now we're on board with Jetfish in this Haas. Is he going to get payback for Al in the previous lap? Now going on, he's doing the exact same, going to have that inside the line, and it gets the move done a bit earlier than what Al did. But now Al is going to be going a little bit wider, going into the entry of turn 7, looking to get that better run than what Jetfish did out of there in the previous lap. And there we go. Now he's having to go the longer way around again, but he gets the move done. And Jetfish still managing to maintain, and Al Ever the spectacular driver has now moved back up into first place. Spectacular driving. Goddard and Physical battling out side by side. This is going to be dangerous. They're going to be side by side going into turn 12, and there we go. Physical yields as he was slightly further behind and has to settle for 6th place. We did see an incident there happen just a few moments ago when we were in the sprint race, sorry. But right now, Goddard could just look on at these 4 battling up ahead. 3 seconds the gap between Goddard and Temp Shadows right now, who's sitting in 4th place. Seen sparks there flying from the back of that McLaren there as he was straddling that curb on the exit of turn 1 and on the entry into turn 2. Now is he going to be able to break this DRS window here? Nope, he isn't. He's just within that limit there, and we can see that little DRS countdown distance being shown. Al being overtaken by Jetfish yet again, and now we've seen Mystery actually taking his time right now. Oh, it's a safety car. Who crashed? Who has... What? So I think Teen Wolf has spun out, and that has caused a safety car somehow. He's not out, he's just got a broken front wing somehow. And yeah, he's doing the clever thing, staying out an extra lap, overtaking the safety car in order to get back on the main lap, which is lap 5 right now. Of course, these drivers just a way to go on to lap 6, just exiting turn 15 right now. So Teen Wolf has got quite a distance to make up right now. There we go, we see Jetfish jumping into the pits, having a wee quick look at the tyre strategies. So the medium runners jumping in, Goddard stays out. What is Kaizen going to do? Staying out also. Adonis stays out. Double Cream Cat, have they got any damage or that? Nope, so they're going to stay out also. And so the hard runners all staying out. How is this going to ensue? Is Double Cream Cat going to make up any spaces? Yep, makes up 3 spaces up to now, 4 or 5, and could they get an extra couple as they're coming under the circuit now? And yes, gets up into 8th place, overtakes quite a few drivers there. Only 3 drivers managed to make it through, Jetfish, Mystery and Al, who were all sitting up in 1st, 2nd and 3rd before the safety car did come out. So Double Cream Cat managing to get up past Physical, Asdog, Roscoe, Reese, Bilton Matt, Spanner Ape, and Blue Panda, Godzilla Jr. and Teen Wolf all sitting at the back. Teen Wolf still to pit to get that front wing changed, but of course he's got that Delta right now, I think. Yeah, it's a bit unusual. Sometimes you end up getting a Delta when you need to catch up to the safety car. Of course, you're not meant to be racing, but you've got that little fine line in between. Oh, so Teen Wolf, are they going to be able to get out in time? They're going to have to, they're actually taking it easy, which is actually surprising. That was actually surprising how slow they were coming out of the pit lane. I think that was just to make sure they didn't get the, because I think sometimes with the pits you can end up getting a penalty somehow. I'm unsure particularly how, because this game is junky AF. It is not the best game, I will say, in terms of like bugs and glitches. So we're going to be here for a few moments, it seems, as we wait for Teen Wolf to catch back up to the back of the pack. Just coming around turn 16 now, as the drivers are just coming around turn 9 on the next lap. Now getting onto the lead lap of lap 7. We should hopefully see them catch up really soon, but of course don't want to be taking too much out of their tyres. But I think since you're at the back, one of the best things that I would suggest to do is just absolutely book it round and then jump onto another fresh set of other tyres. But of course that all depends on how things go. Welcome along those who are watching. Feel free to fire a comment in the chat. I've got that open right next to me. Just sitting with them right now. So they're coming into turn 6. Driver's coming into turn 1 right now. We may see the safety car in at the end of this lap. I'm unsure right now, but we see Steve Penny jumping into the pits, getting off them medium tyres. And are they going to be jumping onto the hards? Yes, they are. It's the better strategy, I will say, in order to get back into it. Of course, not got any risk of being overtaken. So it's just one that you could just go for right away. So when are we going to be getting underway again? Shouldn't be too long. We should get this message from the safety car just now, maybe? Yep, well, our safety car is in now at the end of this lap. So we're going to have Teen Wolf doing whatever they can to catch back up. We're going to be getting underway from Temps Shadow, who's going to be the first driver who's going to be taking us away. Let's see, when is he going to go? We're seeing that safety car just rounding the final corner, jumping into the pits now, and I think this is about the time that he's going to be able to get going. And we'll see that safety car banner flashing away as we're going to be getting ready to go on to lap number 9. And Temps has gone, and it looks like the Ferraris behind are going to be doing a little switcheroo. Adonis now getting past the other Ferrari of Kaizen. We'll see Physical getting past Double Cream Cat there, going out wide, and it looks like Asdog managing to get past his teammate also. Looking on, Roscoe having a wee look at that back of that Aston Martin there. Is Roscoe going to be going for the move going into turn 5? Nope, he's going to be waiting and being a little careful. Kaizen though, dropping down the pack, being overtaken by Jetfish and Al, who were both fighting it out for the top 3 positions just a few moments ago before the safety car. Now Kaizen being overtaken by Mystery and moving it down another place. This is definitely not the restart that Kaizen wanted, and is now down into 7th from starting in 3rd. That just goes to show you, these tyres right now are not the best to be on, these old hard compound tyres that they've been on from the start. And looking at Al, how quick he is going. He's already overtaken a good few cars on this opening lap. Now up into 4th place. He's got the Haas of Jetfish right ahead of him, who's on them fresh hard compound tyres also. Then he's got his teammate of Goddard's and Temp Shadow to dispose of. Just coming up. We're just going on to lap 10. So we've got 20 laps of racing left. Is Al going to be going for it? Nope, he's getting right close to the back. But one who looked like he was going for it was Mystery. Looking like he was going to go up the outside of turn number 1 there. but deciding bet against it, still settling into 6th place in that Ferrari sandwich there between 5th and 7th. And of course, the best thing for these drivers to do would be to work together a little. But of course, Adonis is to try and keep the DRS to the drivers ahead. Looking at Mystery though, managing to get the better launch on them grippier hard tyres. Them younger tyres now going to be going side by side, going into turn 6. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It looks like it's the Ferrari having that inside line, but the inside line is going to switch to the Alpine. But there's better grip there, and the Alpine just manages to keep that Ferrari to the side a bit much there and get that position. But now under threat from Kaizen now, and now swaps back. Both the Ferraris swap places between 5th and 7th, and now gets up. And Thames being overtaken by Al and Jetfish just there, and Goddard is in the lead now. So this is looking like a decent result for McLaren up to now, but we all know how things can change. As the late great Murray Walker used to say, anything can happen in motor racing, and it usually does. But right now we've got Jetfish and Al breathing down Goddard's neck right now. And I'm assuming that Al is going to try and do something in order to alleviate that and let Goddard get away a little. That would be the good team thing to do, but we'll see how that is going to unfold. On board with Jetfish, looking like he's going to be going for a move, going into turn 5, and I think the best thing for Goddard to do is going to be to break out a little bit late. But unfortunately, that rear of that McLaren, they're sparking away. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. And it looks like Jetfish is going to be getting past Goddard, and so is Al. And Al actually taking it easy, not going for that overtake just yet. Just being nice and careful. To see on board there with Kaizen, and Kaizen's been turned around from his own teammate, it looks like. And now they've both spun out. Looking on board and trying to go back a little and try and see what actually happened just there. Sorry, I was just trying to see what actually happened there between the two Ferrari drivers. I've got the little bit on board right now, so I'll have a wee quick look at that in just a moment when it gets nearer. Seeing Kaizen and Mystery were battling it out, and then as Adonis actually came up the inside and ended up separating actually ended up going into the side of his teammate, and they both ended up losing places because of that. And that's what happens when teammates don't work together, and they're going to end up losing the constructors if they do keep this up with each other. It's not going to be the best, colliding with each other, and definitely going to be losing some valuable points there for the team. Looking right now, Asdog making that move on Bicycle, going into turn number 6. Uses that DRS, has that inside line, and Bicycle's literally pushing him along because of how slow Asdog got away from that corner there. Now going down into turn 9. Is he going to manage the Jetfish getting past Al? And we've got a car around. That's Adonis again at the same section at turn 7 there. Did do it a little bit earlier, and Bicycle having to be careful there, not having the confidence to get on that throttle properly, as Roscoe was on the outside and has now moved up into 7th place. Bicycle is down 2 places from 6th now. Now looking on, Goddard has actually managed to hold Temps Shadow back from getting up to the top 2 of Al and Jetfish. Of course, they were all battling it out for the lead just earlier. But are the tyres of Al and the Jetfish going to last to the end? It's going to be a tough one. If they do, then they've got a good advantage there. But if they're not, then it's going to be quite a tough one. They're looking on at Goddard's and Temp Shadows. They've got to make another pit stop. Sorry, well, that just hiccuped there. But looking on now, Al taking that inside line, going down into turn number 6, getting that inside line. Now, it's going to be Jetfish who's got the DRS now. DRS wide open in the back of that slipstream, right up close to the back of that McLaren. Now switches to the right hand side. It's going to be the longer way around. Is he going to manage to do it? They've got to make sure he doesn't come across the front of that McLaren. And is the McLaren going to be holding out and keeping that lead? Nope, they're going to be side by side coming out of turn 9. Around turn 10 and 11 they're still side by side, and Jetfish manages to move up into first place yet again. Spectacular driving. Mystery getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Multiple warnings for it. He's had the warnings, but he's just not followed it on. He just not took it on board, unfortunately. Bicycle right behind still the car of Asdog. Roscoe's actually managed to make some pace here, being on them medium compound tyres, going off the hards just not too long ago. And Adonis' round at turn 14. We've seen Teen Wolf just avoiding there. Is Blue Panda back in yet? No, Blue Panda is not back in there, still ghosting. We've got number 5 there of Adonis, the old number of one Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world champion. Now looking on at Temps and Goddard's. Temps and Mystery getting past Goddard's. Mystery actually making up 2 positions. Goddard's losing 2, and Temps is still in the same position, looking for that move on the Alpine of Mystery, going around the outside before the braking zone even comes up, and now up into 3rd place. We've just seen Al and Jetfish swapping places there as they were coming into turn 9 on the exit there, and now Al is back up into the lead. These two are battling out tooth and nail. This is the only two that are battling out for the lead right now. Teen Wolf getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits yet again. And you don't want to be getting them, especially early in the race. Oh, Goddard's into the pits now off of them the hard compound tyres, 14 laps old. This is the first pit stop, jumping onto them medium compound tyres for the last half of the race. Is that going to be a good call to jump in now? He's going to be trying to get that undercut. Bilton Matt has retired from this Grand Prix. Oh, he's retired in the pits. That is definitely not the best. But right now we've got Temps being overtaken there by Mystery, and Al being overtaken by Jetfish. It's just dead to miss that. But looking on at this battle here, we've got Jetfish in that Haas. We've got Al in the McLaren looking on. We've seen these two battling it out tooth and nail all race. All night these two have been battling it out, swapping places for that lead constantly. Temps Shadow sitting in 4th place right now has not been able to have an eye in just yet, but of course been on them hard tyres from the start. We've got that yellow flag caution telling us that Bilton Matt is retired from this Grand Prix, which is a bit unfortunate, as he was doing quite decent, I would say. But fortunately enough, he's going to be sticking around till the end, I hope, so we don't have any connection issues with the lobbies. We know sometimes these EA servers are not exactly the most reliable. Roscoe jumping into the pits now and getting off of them medium compound tyres. I think he may be going on to another set of mediums, or possibly, yeah, it's going to be another set of mediums. Oh, he's going on to the hard compound tyres now. So, to the end now for Roscoe. Now we'll move back up and see Jetfish going for the overtake, going into turn 6 on Al. He's going to have that inside line yet again. And there we go. The Haas moves back up into first place. Is Al going to have a response for that? He's going to have the DRS. But is he going to be able to get the overtake done? As we know that turn 9 is a difficult one, especially if you've got that outside line going into it. Is Al going to be able to maintain that? Is he going to go for that switcheroo? Yes, he is. And it looks like he's going to manage to get it done. But of course, you've got these two right-handers here. They're both going to be side by side. And Jetfish actually makes contact with Al, and Al goes off the track. That is going to be a warning for Al, which is a bit unfortunate. Bicycle overtaking Asdog there for that 5th place. And now is sitting 5.4 seconds off the top 4. So it's quite a long way off. Now 3 seconds the gap between Al and Mystery right now. Temps falling out that DRS zone behind Mystery there. Let's see, we've got this battle for 9th place here still ensuing between Goddard's and Reese and Steve Penny. We've just seen Goddard's actually just getting past on the outside there. Spectacular move. Spanner 8 jumping into the pits. Goddard setting the fastest lap of 126.182. We'll see how his strategy is going to be able to fare. He's 6 seconds the gap to Kaizen on them old hard compound tyres. We'll see how quick that the strategy is going to change. Jetfish now being overtaken yet again from Al. These two just battling out. Oh, getting right close to that back front right wheel to the back of left of Al there, looking right close. Thought there was going to be a little bit of contact there, but we've got Jetfish riding it out up the outside. And now, is he going to manage to get that move done? I think it may be a clone copy of the previous time. Is he going to manage? He's getting such a good launch out of that turn 9 on the outside. That is absolutely spectacular, and he's not able to get Al's not able to maintain it or defend it right now for some reason, but I guess that is the power of the DRS. It gives you so much extra speed. Right, now let's see, going further down, we see Temps jumping into the pits off them hard, them medium compound tyres. Oh, Bilton Matt's left the session. That is a bit unfortunate. Hope the lobby doesn't glitch, as we know sometimes it does tend to do that from previous events that have been held in the past. Asdog right on the tail, but we're looking right now, we've got Jetfish being overtaken yet again from Al, who has spun out in sector 3. I'm unsure, I did just miss that. Looking at Jetfish there, is he going to be able to get close enough? No. Al managing to protect that inside line and holds that first place there. Steve Penny there getting past the Reese there. Goddard has actually cut that gap in half to Kaizen right now. Them medium tyres are beautiful right now, providing him all the grip he needs. Looking at the gap to the leader from Goddard is 19.6 seconds. So these hard tyres actually, we'll keep an eye on the fresh mediums to the old hards. Looking right now, it's 19.4 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that and see how things are going to be unfolding. Reese and Steve Penny are battling it out here. It's one of the only battles that is close right now, besides first place. And Jetfish going for the dive update inside the turn 5. Nope. Decides to hold out, but that's going to compromise his line. But still keeping it close enough. And Spanner 8 getting a 3-second time penalty. We're on the lap 19 now out of 29. We've got Jetfish going up the inside of Al and making it back up into first place. These two are just swapping back and forth with each other. Now, is Al going to manage to get this done going into turn 9? I've lost track of how many times these drivers have overtaken each other in these few races. Asdog not getting a good launch, is he? Nope, got better launch than Physical anyway. Got that DRS, and you see that light flashing away on the back of that RB. Indecisive of which way to go there on Physical, the left or the right, having the inside or the outside. He goes the outside, and that provided to be the better strategy. And we've got a safety car. Kaizen is in a great position right now. So's a lot of these drivers here that are up. Al getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Whereabouts was that? That was coming into the pits. I don't think that should have been one. I think that may have been the typical glitch of this game, being absolutely sucky, to say the least. Teen Wolf just coming out of the pit lane. If they go quicker, they could get past the safety car yet again. Come on, come on. Come on. Yes, they just managed to do it and get back out. Now they're going to be allowed to overtake the safety car. Whoa, 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 Jetfish. Is is Teen Wolf trying to let everybody past or what? Oh, but with Jetfish just going past, that's going to kind of ruin Teen Wolf's race, and it's not going to be able to get past and allowed to overtake the safety car as Jetfish is in the way. If Jetfish jumps off the track for just the briefest of moments, just to allow Teen Wolf to get past, he won't pick up a penalty if he goes off slow enough, and he'll be able to make up that place. Oh, Teen Wolf has been disqualified, and that is why this game sucks. This sucks, I will say. I'm pretty sure a few people out there will agree with me. It's not very realistic in that terms of allowing you to overtake the safety car. So now we've had one disqualification and two retirees from this Grand Prix. Adonis Jr. not having the best of lap races, but now coming out on them soft compound tyres, looking to make a difference. He's the only one on them Red Bull Pirellis. Everyone else has jumped onto the mediums or the hards. Now Adonis is sitting quite a way back. I think one thing that would have been really handy for him to do is just keep going on them older tyres for another lap or two, and being able to now jump onto the softs on like lap 21 maybe, and be able to get in a thingy done, a lap or two fresher tyres. But deciding to go in now, he's going to be able to get the tyres warmed up quite nicely. Now, where is it? Sorry folks, just trying to get this chat back open again, as somehow it's shut down, or closed anyway. Oh, no, that's not what I want. There we go. Well, I didn't want chat disabled. Give me just a moment here folks, we're seeing a few drivers jumping into the pits again, so we should be back underway in a few moments. Cool, we had that notice from the safety car. There we go, yep, we've had the notice from the safety car, from Resurrector, telling us that the safety car is in this lap. So we're going to be getting it underway for racing on lap 23. And we see the back markers there, the back three there, all on the soft compound tyre, Blue Panda. Not here, unfortunately, been having connection issues all night, so is not available for racing right now. But now we're getting on to Jetfish, who's going to be the one taking us away racing again as he rounds the final corner. And there we go, he's away. Closely followed by Al in that McLaren. Then we've got Mystery just behind, Temp Shadows, and then Roscoe, Asdog, Kaizen, Goddard, Steve Penny, and Reese, Double Cream Cat. Then we've got Adonis making moves on the non-existent Blue Panda. Same with Spanner 8 also, and Physical. So that's them three up and past there. Now we've got, he's going to have Double Cream Cat up next, and he's going to manage to make that work quite nicely with the advantage of being on them softer tyres. Jetfish being overtaken by Al just there, and then we had Mystery under threat there from Shadows. There we go, Temps using that overtake button, trying to get past there, going for that outside line. But Mystery having that greater top end speed going into turn 9. Managed to prove to be a bit much for the Red Bull to handle. Now around and under the hotel section for the 23rd time in this Grand Prix right now. Oh, Roscoe, 3-second time penalty. Al has a 3-second time penalty. Also as Mystery, Roscoe, Physical, Double Cream Cat, and Spanner Ape. Now you see Adonis whizzing up the inside, outbreaks himself, and now loses the position yet again to Double Cream Cat. We'll have a wee look at position changes right now. Jetfish and Al have been swapping places all night long. Steve Penny is up 8 places, and there we go, Jetfish getting that jet boost of the DRS. But with the slipstream being so powerful, he's only sitting at 2 miles an hour quicker than the McLaren at the end of that straight. So that's going to show you how powerful the slipstream is also here at this Grand Prix. DRS being quite effective, there being a bit more of a well, not too much of a twisty turny track, so there's a little bit of a downforce that is needed. But looking on right now, we can see the side of that Haas, and Jetfish managing to do some excellent defending. Reese and Steve Penny going to be going side by side, going into turn 12. Steve Penny does back out and decides better of it right now. Looking on, Adonis gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That is not what they want right now. When we look at the tyres, Physical's done 3 pit stops up to now, and same with Spanner 8. The two have done the most amount of pit stops. Physical, so now looking on at Steve Penny just ahead. Is Spanner 8 going to be able to get past this Aston Martin going into turn 1? Is he going to be later on the brakes? Nope, he still holds off just yet. It's not the right moment just yet. Now Adonis is into the pits. Is there some front wing damage? I'll try and have a wee peek and see. Nope, just jumping into the pits and going to be jumping onto a fresh set of softs. Jetfish being overtaken by Mystery. And there we go, he's hearing that Haas there, something actually like a jet there. Or should I say a Jetfish. Now looking on as Double Cream Cat and Spanner Ape battling it out there, and Spanner 8 managing to get up into 12th position and past Double Cream Cat. We've seen a few of them swapping places here. Steve Penny and Reese battling it out there, and Reese being under fire there. Kaizen losing another place to Roscoe there. Oh, they're going to be side by side, and there's a little bit of a colliding there from Kaizen on Roscoe, and I think Roscoe ain't going to be too happy about that. That was a bit unfair, We'll say making a little bit of contact with the Williams. We see Al's actually got the fastest lap time. We're on lap 26 now. Let's see, we've got Spanner, Ape, double cream cup. Oh, and Fiseco is spun around, and he's got a broken front wing. He's got a broken front wing. Now he's going to end up falling down to 14th. As Blue Panda's going to be able to overtake him, but of course Blue Panda's not officially here, so we'll not classify him altogether. Mystery, Al, and Jetfish battling it out there for that first place there. Mystery managing to get back up and battling it out now, and he's got free air from Temps behind. Oh, but struggling for a grip there, fishtailing it out of turn 7 there, and fighting that car to get it to grip and get away as quick as possible, but ends up unfortunately not being able to gain a place. Now let's see, Goddard's here on them medium tyres. Everyone up in the top 7 there, all on the medium compound tyres. Temp's been on them 2 laps longer, so he's just got them slightly older tyres than the rest of the grid. Fiseco has left the session. That is a bit unfortunate. Hopefully he can get back in and finish the race, but I don't think so. Now we'll go back up to the front because we're no doubt going to end up seeing a swap between Al and Jetfish, possibly Mystery there. Also, looking on right now, Mystery using that battery to try and keep up with these drivers up ahead. Jetfish being overtaken by Al, and oh, Mystery getting right close. Asdog being overtaken by Goddard's there, so both the McLarens moving up a place on this lap. Steve Penny looking like he's going to be getting over the overtake here, going into turn 6. Yes, he does. Easy done. Now going to be moving further up. We've got Mystery on the outside of Jetfish. Jetfish managing to use that inside line to great effect, and now keeps that inside line going into turn 10 and 11 just to make sure in case the Alpine gets alongside. We've seen yellow flags. That is Adonis at turn 3 has spun out. And now we're just away to go on to lap 28, the penultimate lap. These drivers are only going to be hitting turn 1 once more now. When they go on the final lap, Al going right off the track there. And that is not going to be helping him at all. Having that, having that extra warning going to be looming over his head. You would hope he'd have a spare warning in the bank, just in case, but it looks like right now he's going to be finishing in 3rd, possibly. 2nd, possibly, sorry, but looking at Jetfish now making a move. So is Mystery having a wee look, and actually Jetfish holds him off and puts the squeeze on, and there we go. We've got Asdog going right deep in order to try and get that position, and this battle in here, and he puts Temps into the wall almost. What's that, Temps? Sorry, that was Goddard's. Asdog puts Goddard's into the wall almost, and now it looks like Kaizen's going to be able to get the overtake done on Temps. Going into turn 9, he's got that inside line, which is proving the effective line. And there we go, that's it. Kaizen up into 4th place there. Great recovery there from the Ferrari driver there. And now we'll have a wee quick look and see if Goddard's has got any damage from that. Yes, the front end plate on the left hand side of that McLaren is gone. So that'll be hanging about somewhere down on the exit of turn 7. Now we're on to the final lap. We're going to have to keep an eye on these front 3 here. Al, Jetfish and Mystery, all in that order. Who is going to be walking away the victor in this battle? Of course, these guys are not going to be having the penalties. They're going to be going side by side, triple 3 wide into turn 5 there. And now who's got the DRS? It looks like Al is the one who's going to be missing out on the DRS here. Looks like Mystery could be going for that lead. but of course has got that 3-second time penalty. Now looking on, Al's going to be wanting to make sure he could get past this Alpine at the very least and get up into second place. He knows he's not going to be able to get the win, but he's going to be able to get that second place at the very least. All this battling is allowing Kaizen to catch up, and if he catches up by another half a second, he could end up getting that second place. If he just puts his foot down and go for it, he could get that overtake done. And it looks like is that Kaizen? No, that was Adonis. Kaizen's still going to be scoring good points for this Grand Prix for the Ferrari outfit. Mystery is actually dropped back quite a bit and is now going to end up losing that place. Now, Jetfish comes across the line to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and Al comes home in second after that penalty. Kaizen just narrowly misses out on that second place. Temps in third, Mystery and Temps in fourth, Mystery fifth. Then we had Asdog, Goddard's, Roscoe, who is going to be next. It's going to be between Steve Penny and Silbers here, and it looks like it's Steve Penny there. Looking on at Double Cream Cat and Physical, their penalties are not going to be. Physical wasn't actually here for the end of the Grand Prix there. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix round 4 here in season 16. IRC eSports. So let's have a wee look at the final order there. We'll see Jetfish getting that win, standing on that top step of the podium again. Nicely done there with the McLaren of Al and Kaizen in the Ferrari just next to him. There we go, seeing that trophy there, looking at it. Happy as a chappy. So now we'll go on to here and we'll see Jetfish getting that win, starting from second. Al was started from third, managed to come home in second. Best lap from him, 125.407. Unfortunately, getting that 3-second time penalty. Fortunately, it didn't hinder him in the end. Kaizen in second, then we had Temps in fourth. Fifth was Mystery, then we had Asdog in sixth. Goddard's in seventh. Roscoe was eighth. Steve Penny came home in ninth after coming up 8 places. Smashing drive from the RB driver there. Silber of Reese in 10th. 11th was Spanner Ape. Then we had Double Cream Cat, Physical, then Blue Panda and Adonis. Unfortunately, Blue Panda was here. Physical was for a little bit. Adonis spinning out a lot in the last laps. Then we had Godzilla Jr., Built and Matt, and I did miss that last one. It was Teen Wolf, sorry. Teen Wolf ended up being disqualified earlier on in the race. So there we go, have it, folks. That is the end of the round 4. And next week we're going to be at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. So that's going to be Imola Thursday next week at 8 PM. So have your calendars set and ready for then. Until then, from me, it is peace out.